The Ural Mountains, a desolate expanse of snow and secrets. In the winter of 1959, a group of hikers ventured into these unforgiving peaks, their youthful energy a stark contrast to the frigid landscape. They sought adventure, camaraderie, and the thrill of conquering the unknown. On January 23rd, a group of 10 experienced skiers, led by Igor Dyatlov, embarked on a 200-mile trek through the icy wilderness. Their destination, Otorten Mountain, a peak shrouded in local legend and whispered tales of ancient curses. The group, comprised of 9 students and 1 older instructor from the Ural Polytechnic Institute, were well-equipped and prepared for the challenges of winter camping. They skied through dense forests, navigated frozen rivers, and pitched their tents beneath the watchful gaze of the stars. Each day brought them closer to their goal, their spirits undeterred by the harsh conditions. As they ventured deeper into the heart of the Ural Mountains, the group's fate became intertwined with the legend of Dyatlov Pass, a place where the boundaries between reality and myth seemed to blur. The Dyatlov Pass incident centered around 9 young adventurers, each with their own dreams and aspirations. Igor Dyatlov, the group's charismatic leader, possessed a deep love for the outdoors and a talent for inspiring his companions. Zenaida Kolmogorova, a skilled photographer, captured the group's journey with her trusty camera, her images providing a haunting glimpse into their final days. Yuri Krivonashenko, a gifted musician, brought his mandolin along, its melodies echoing through the vast emptiness of the mountains. The youngest of the group, Yuri Yudin, was forced to turn back early due to illness, a decision that would tragically spare his life. The remaining members, Georgy Krivonashenko, Rostem Slobodin, Nikolai Thibault Brignol, and Alexander Kolovatov, were all experienced hikers and skiers. They were united by their shared love for adventure and their thirst for exploring the unknown. The group's camaraderie was evident in the photographs and journal entries recovered from the site. Their youthful energy and optimism shone through, even as the weather worsened and the terrain grew more treacherous. Weeks turned into an agonizing silence as the expected date of the group's return passed with no word. Concern morphed into fear, prompting a full-scale search and rescue operation. Then, on February 26, 1959, a discovery shattered the silence, replacing it with a chilling tableau of horror. The group's abandoned tent, slashed open from the inside, stood as a silent sentinel against the unforgiving landscape. Footprints in the snow led away from the campsite, some barefoot, some clad only in socks, all disappearing into the darkness. The first bodies, those of Yuri Doroshenko and Yuri Krivonashenko, were found huddled beneath a cedar tree, stripped to their underwear and bearing signs of severe burns. Nearby, the remains of a small fire offered little warmth in the face of the brutal elements. Further down the slope, the bodies of Igor Dyatlov, Zenaida Kolmogorova, and Rostem Slobodin were discovered, their postures suggesting a desperate attempt to return to the tent. Section 4. Whispers in the Wind, the Avalanche Theory. The initial investigation, hampered by limited technology and the chilling remoteness of the site, struggled to make sense of the gruesome findings. The most prevalent explanation pointed to a deadly avalanche. Proponents argued that a massive wall of snow, dislodged by high winds or seismic activity, had swept through the campsite, crushing the tent and forcing the hikers to flee into the night. The strange injuries, they posited, were inflicted by the immense force of the snow and ice. The lack of significant damage to the surrounding trees and the relatively undisturbed state of some of the bodies, however, cast doubt on the avalanche theory. Moreover, experienced hikers like the Dyatlov group would have been unlikely to set up camp in an avalanche-prone area. Section 5. Shadows of Doubt. Unmasking the hypothermia hypothesis. Another theory proposed that the group had succumbed to the deadly grip of hypothermia. The freezing temperatures, coupled with the hikers' inadequate clothing and possible exhaustion, could have led to a loss of judgment and, ultimately, death. The hypothermia hypothesis, while plausible, failed to account for the bizarre injuries sustained by some of the victims. The force required to inflict such trauma, particularly the crushed ribs and fractured skulls, seemed inconsistent with the effects of hypothermia alone. The missing clothing, with some bodies found wearing the garments of others, hinted at a chaotic and desperate struggle. Section 6. Murmurs of conspiracy, infrasound, and the paranormal. As years turned into decades and the official investigation remained inconclusive, whispers of more sinister explanations began to circulate. Some pointed to the presence of indigenous Mansi tribes in the area, suggesting a possible conflict that had turned deadly. Others, fueled by Cold War paranoia, whispered of secret government experiments gone wrong, with the hikers unwittingly caught in the crossfire. One of the more intriguing theories involved the phenomenon of infrasound, low-frequency sound waves that can cause disorientation, anxiety, and even physical discomfort. Some researchers speculated that infrasound, perhaps generated by unusual wind patterns or geological activity, could have triggered a state of panic and disorientation in the hikers, leading to their erratic behavior and ultimately their deaths. Section 7. The Enduring Enigma. Dyatlov Pass, an unsolved mystery. Despite numerous investigations, countless theories, and even a recent reopening of the case, the Dyatlov Pass incident remains shrouded in mystery. The official explanation of a compelling natural force rings hollow, failing to satisfy the curiosity of those who have delved into the details of that fateful night. The legacy of Dyatlov Pass serves as a chilling reminder of the power of the unknown. It stands as a testament to the limits of human understanding and the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries. Was it a natural disaster, a case of misadventure, or something more sinister? The answer, lost to the unforgiving wilderness of the Ural Mountains, continues to elude us. The Dyatlov Pass incident remains an open wound in the annals of history, a chilling reminder that some mysteries may never be solved.